Hello and welcome to Cloud Forest Vibes. My name's Bobby, and this is how I grow orchids and carnivorous plants. Hello and welcome to Cloud Forest Vibes. So today I've got the SPIDERFARMER SF-300 light that I received a few days ago, and I am going to go through everything that came with it here, and I'm going to go ahead and get it set up over the tank. I'm really excited. So I've got the fixture itself, I've got the two mounting hardware pieces that come with it. It's just a aircraft cable with a connector and a connector for the cable itself. I have the driver here and the AC power cord that connects to it, and the install manual as well. So this doesn't have much information, but it's extremely self-explanatory as far as hanging it and everything else. It just shows you hang the steel hanger, connect it with the driver. This is really plug and play type stuff. Extremely easy to set up and hang. So that's that. I'm going to get right to it. First and foremost, the light fixture itself has these two studs built right onto the back of the housing. They are threaded, and the threading matches the connectors here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just screw those right on. It is just that simple. Alrighty, so that is the aircraft cables connected, and next step I'm going to have to take this in there and show you guys what we're going to do, but we're going to get it hung above the tank. Again, super easy, a couple drywall anchors and hooks, and then we are ready to roll. So let me get the camera moved in there and set up, and I will show you the next step in installing the SPIDERFARMER SF-300. So I'm here above my orchidarium. I've already taken down my old light fixture. I've put a towel over the top of the tank just to keep everything clean and easy. Once we drill the ceiling, we're going to have dust, and I don't feel like cleaning the top of the tank, so easier just to cover it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to establish where I want my light. Again, it's hanging off these aircraft cables, so to kind of mock it up for you guys, it's going to be something like this. I would like it to be all the way over against the wall, that way it gets full coverage. And then I want it to be about the same distance back as my old light. So I'm going to sit this down on top of my tank here. I'm going to push it all the way to the wall squared. And then I've got my trusty tape measure here. And we're just going to measure exactly where we want our hangers. So that's about 1.25 inches. And then that is 22.5 inches. So I'm going to use this same anchor I had here for my old light. And I'm going to stretch that out, and I'm going to mark 1.25 inches, and I'm going to mark 22.5 inches here in that same plane, and then we'll get the anchors installed here momentarily. So again, we've stretched it out. It's going to be pretty close there. I'm going to say 1.25 inches. By 22.5. I just picked up some drywall anchors from Home Depot. They were about $2. These are the kind you just screw them right into the drywall, unless we hit something, which we may over here. They're just super easy. So I'm going to take my light down so I don't cover it with dust. And then we're going to come right back on our mark with the drill and just screw our anchors right in. Hopefully we don't hit a stud here. I believe we did. Well, that makes life a little easier. We'll just go ahead and drill that out and drop our hook right in the wood there. anyhow, installation of the hooks is quite simple. I bought these as well from Home Depot. They were about, again, $2. And once you got your anchor in there, you just screw them in by hand until they're nice and snug, and they are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get this this one screwed in. I'll be right back and I will show you just how easy it is to hang this light. Take our hook and do exactly the same thing. Just screw it right up in there. The only thing unfortunate about that is now my hooks are at two different heights, but luckily enough, the SPIDERFARMER light is extremely easy to adjust, so we'll be able to level it quite nicely. So, getting our light back up here so you guys can see it. You've got these connectors for the aircraft cable. It just slides in one direction and then slides right back through itself and forms this little loop here. So we're going to start by just getting them set. Poke through the hole. Uh-oh. Grab the wrong end. And make a little loop like that. So the easiest way to do this would be to take a tape measure and just measure a distance up to the top of your loop. But since our hooks are at different heights, I'm going to have to go grab a level really quickly and then we'll get this light hung. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so got my trusty level here. I'm going to go ahead and hook up my aircraft cabling directly to these hooks that we've hung in the ceiling, and we are going to start to hoist this little light up. I'd like it to be, let's see, about, I think right there. So what I like to do, this aircraft cabling, make sure there's a little bit of a roll in it. This is just a butterfly clip. You screw it right in and it should tighten up nicely over the cabling and hang your light and suspend it. We're going to do the same with this one. So now I'm going to pull my level out, make sure that we're nice and level. Should we decide to pay a visit to the install, we're going to go ahead and get our connector tightened up. Uh-oh. I forgot to loop my cabling. So again, guys, it really is beneficial if you take your cabling and kind of loop it around itself in these connectors, otherwise it is quite prone to slide a bit. Alrighty, perfectly level. And that just looks great, guys, doesn't it? I'm going to go back, I'm going to trim up this, but I'm not going to do it right now. I want to make sure that this light is at the height I want before I trim any of these aircraft cables off. But now we are ready to make our final connections to the light fixture, and again I'm going to show you just how easy that is. Let me take this towel off the tank and I will get ready for that. Alrighty, so the final step is connecting the power. We've got our driver here and our AC power cord connection. Super easy. Again, everything on this light is plug and play. I'm going to go ahead and sit this back here on the back of my tank so the weight is supported. I do not want the weight of this cord pulling down on the connection point. I think that could be extremely detrimental to the light over time. We'd like to keep all the weight off of this point if possible. Then, last step, plugging this thing into my timer and getting this thing all illuminated. So hopefully you don't get blinded by this, but here we go. Wow, look at that. That is that, guys. I'm going to step back so you guys can see this thing in action from the front. And I'm looking at the tank right now, and I can tell you I am extremely pleased. This light is awesome. So we're here in front. I know you can't see this very well. The light is kind of washing it out. But this is what the light looks like hung. And if we go down, this is what the tank looks like now under this light. It's extremely bright. The color is true, and it makes all these plants look really, really wonderful. I'm gonna have to play around with the height of it. I'd like the plants down here to get a little bit more light, I think, but I do have to be careful not to cook the ones up here, because look at that, guys. That is super bright. It's got the LED boards. Hopefully that's not blinding you too bad. You can see all the different colored LEDs. It's got the natural sunlight, the red, and the ultraviolet. So these plants are now getting a host more from their lighting. Really, really well. I'm going to put the specs of this thing up on the screen here and roll some information about it here at the end, but I just wanted to show you guys just how awesome it looks in here now. Really, really nice light. Nothing blurple. Nice true color. And it honestly looks like they're in the sun. To the naked eye, it looks like they're in the sun. It's really, really great. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys see just how easy it is to set up this light. Again, this is the SPIDERFARMER SF-300 fixture. It's really, really awesome. Again, the specs should be up on the screen now. You can get this from SPIDERFARMER on their Amazon store. I'll put a link in the description to that and to their site as well. It's a really, really awesome company, guys. I looked a little bit more into it again, and they have so much cool stuff for people who grow everything from vegetables to orchids to, you know, the cannabis market, everything. So whatever you guys are into growing, they can probably help you out with your needs. I would definitely recommend checking them out. Anyhow, that's it for my initial thoughts and setup video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I do appreciate you all, and until next time, happy growing.